Hello and wash day, what is going on? It is your relative Justin Jack Ho to Wholeness. It is December 31st, New Year's Eve, going into 2020. So I thought that the best way that I personally want to bring in the new year is sharing content, is telling my truth, sharing my story with my circle, with the community, with the people that love me, with the people that I love. And so this is how I want to ring in the new year, is to be able to create this type of content so that you get an insight to my life, an insight to my truth, and you hear it directly from the source. I think that's what's so important. And so in this video, there's no real rhyme or reason in the sense of the order and structure. I just thought it would be cool to kind of highlight some of the things that I've done this year, some of the performances, some of the things that I just think are really worth talking about. And then at the end, I will share my 2020 vision of some of my projections, some of the things that I anticipate are gonna happen in the overall climate of this country, as well as some of the things that I'm going to set goals for 2020. I also would like to share that with you as well. So let's dive in, let's dive deep. That's the way that I like to go. And I think the first thing I'd like to highlight are my performances. I think there's so many performances. I'm definitely not gonna be touching on every single one, but some of the performances that do stick out was my performance for Black History Month for the Michael Jean Foundation. That performance was the first time that I ever performed in front of the Black community here in Ottawa. It was more of a national event, so it was the broader Canadian Black community, which was the first time I've ever been in that type of setting as an artist. And that was so significant because the reception that I got from the Black community was a reception that I've never received in my entire music career. And that taught me a lot about where I'm channeling my music and where I'm exposing my music and who's receiving it in a good way, in a positive way. So big shout out to the Michael Jean Foundation. Big shout out to the entire Black Canadian community for their support, for their encouragement, and really making me feel part of the community. So that was definitely a massive highlight for 2019. Also on June 21st, National Indigenous Day, I have to give a big shout out to Jace Meyer from Shopify. She is the Indigenous lead there. And for the first time in Shopify's history that they ever had a performance done in their headquarters. And so for me to be invited to do that, I was very humbled. I'm very grateful. Jace has been an incredible leader in the community. So not only is she doing wonders for Shopify, but she's also doing incredible things in telling the story of indigenous business owners that must be highlighted. And she is a trailblazer, definitely. So again, big thank you to Jace Meyer for your support and providing me that opportunity to perform on such a significant day in your headquarters at Shopify. That's very much worth highlighting for me. Another really good performance that I'd like to highlight was at the Indigenous Arts Festival in Fort York, Toronto. I have to give a big thank you to the entire staff who invited me out there to perform. During that performance, the reason why not only was it a great opportunity because I love the people that were involved in organizing the event, but during that performance, I actually received an eagle feather. And I definitely have to pay homage for me being able to carry that eagle feather and what it means to me. So I thought that was really significant. And, another performance that really stuck out to me was the OFSA wrestling tournament. That was the first time that I actually performed in a stadium at the MTS Center. That was a huge opportunity to be able to get a sense and feel for what it's like to perform in a stadium. So definitely big shout out to OFSA and the entire staff. Jason Kirby, thank you for inviting me and allowing me to participate and share my music. Big shout out to LB, who was with me in the Toronto performance, as well as she was with me in the stadium performance. Every opportunity that I can to share these platforms and share the stage with upcoming talent, local talent, I do everything I can to share those moments and give an opportunity for the next upcoming talent. So I've always done what I can to share the stage with amazing people, and definitely LB has been riding with me for a long time. So big thank you, LB, for all of your support and for trusting me and for, riding with me on this music journey. So thank you for being there. Big respect and paying homage to you as well. And there was just so many performances. I know I'm forgetting some. There was also another performance I did in Sault Ste. Marie, which was a showcase to basically create network with other Indigenous communities throughout this country that are looking for performances or different types of talent. So that was also another significant performance that I definitely enjoyed. And you can check out any of my videos on my YouTube channel. They're all there. I capture as much as I can. There's definitely a few high school presentation performances that were amazing to do. So thank you to the school board and all the teachers that are part of that. So many different performances. My music career has taken me in so many different places. And speaking of music career, another big highlight for 2019 was the release of my album Woke. That was actually released November 2018. And so all the momentum from that album has been incredible. I put together the music video. Big shout out to the Trinity Church on Bank Street for the Reconciliation Project that actually helped pay for the music video. And a lot of the scenes from the music video come from that space. So thank you to the Trinity Church, which is crazy to even say, but building those relationships are very significant. So that track, Woke, has gone a long way so far that has actually hit #1 on the Indigenous Music Countdown. And my album Woke was also nominated for Best Rap Hip Hop Album of the Year for the Indigenous Music Awards. And that is definitely one of the most significant moments in my music career. Like when I started off in music, that was one of the reasons why I wanted to get into this, was to be part of that industry, be part of that community, and to have my music on that specific platform. So the fact that I'm now being nominated has been an incredible journey, and I'm just so thankful that my music has been received from my community, from the audience, from everybody who's taking it in. I appreciate your support, and there's so much more to come, and I can't wait to share it with you. So that has been a significant moment in my music career. Aside from my music, I have to give a big thank you to the Inspire Awards for hiring me as one of their talent wranglers. I had an incredible time meeting incredible people. There's so many amazing people at that award show, and to be part of that experience was so inspiring. Literally, it's honestly, there's no better way to put it, but I just love being in that environment. I was able to gift Roberta a hoodie, a tribe hoodie at that awards show, and I feel so grateful, that we're able to just connect in that way. She's such a significant figure, and the work that she's doing for students in post-secondary and abroad, all of the things that she's doing that's creating positive impacts in the community is just astonishing. And I always highlight her as much as I can in my presentations throughout the schools to make sure that our women leaders are being told and they're being talked about. So, big thank you to the Inspire Awards. That was an unforgettable experience, bar none, hands down. I can't help but definitely highlight that as part of my 2019. Another cool highlight, I should have put this in with my music, but my feature on Sela and Rise's album on the track called Sunrise was an incredible journey. I literally climbed Gatineau Hill, and I waited for the sun to rise to write the lyrics literally while the sun was rising, so that my lyrics and my content was coming from a real, genuine, authentic, organic place, spiritually, mentally, physically, and emotionally. And, you know, just big shout out to Rise Ashen for, you know, inviting me onto this platform. Big thank you to Cynthia and Charlotte for including me on their album. It's such an honor to be part of that project. If you haven't got their record, go get it. You can actually stream it on Tribe Music platform. I'm going to talk about that later on in this vlog post. But that was such a significant moment for me. And, you know, their release party was amazing and incredible. And I'm just so grateful for the circle that I share with so many amazing people. So a big shout out to Sela and Rise for 2019 for including me on their most recent album, Galactic Gala. Go get it, go stream it, download it. Make sure you have a listen. I'm featured on the track titled Sunrise. Check it out when you have some time. Another significant moment in 2019. This one is probably the most, you know, intriguing thing to celebrate because it was one of the most challenging and one of the most difficult projects that I've ever undertaken. Part of the reason that I didn't do my annual art, music, and fashion show was because of this event. In part, not entirely, but in part, it took a lot of my energy and resources. And so Tribe Music, which I'm the owner and founder, we received a contract that was referred by Christine. So big thank you to Christine for the referral. But, you know, Tribe Music got a contract through Canadian Heritage. For the first time in Canadian history, has Ottawa ever designated a main site for Indigenous programming on Canada Day. I know that's a lot of words, but I really need you to take that in. For the first time in history, has there ever been a main site designated for Indigenous programming on Canada Day? And I received that contract. That was one of the most challenging contracts that I ever had in my entire career, in my entire life. To put something together like that, knowing our history, the Canadian history and relationship with the indigenous people, like, I hope you can understand how challenging that was, but how significant and important it was to accomplish. So big thank you to the entire Tribe staff who was part of that experience. You know who you are. There's a whole video story vlog on that experience. So definitely go check that out. But that is a huge highlight for 2019, is for receiving my first $100,000 contract from Canadian Heritage. Now listen, I received a very small portion of that, which really didn't go far in the time frame that it took to put that event together. So I definitely did not get rich or wealthy off of that contract. It all went back to programming and services, administration costs and fees. That was one of the biggest budgets that I've ever worked with, but definitely I feel so thankful for all the people who, you know, supported that event, who showed up, who did their part. I mean, I was so humbled to have that experience and share it with such incredible people. I just love all the people that I share a circle with. I mean, I can't even express through words the significance it was for me in my life and for the history of this country. So definitely Canada Day was a huge moment for myself, for Tribe Music, and for the history of this country, and we were part of that. So congratulations to everybody who was part of that journey with me. And aside from all that, you know, I definitely had to take a little bit of some me time. And what I ended up doing was going to British Columbia to visit my cousin. My cousin in West Bank First Nation, you know, Nicole, she is one of my closest cousins that I have a relationship with. And going to her place in West Bank is always serenity. It's always a place to rebalance. And then going to Kamloops, a powwow, was such an important time for me to heal. I just got over a breakup, you know, a 9-month relationship, which, you know, went really fast, but it went really deep. And that powwow was very much part of my healing journey. Thank you, Nicole. Thank you to my cousins, all my family out there for, you know, your support, for being such incredible family members. And that was such an amazing moment. And I definitely have a vlog about my visit to Kamloopa. So you can definitely check that out on my YouTube channel. But Kamloopa powwow and visiting my cousin in West Bank First Nation is always a chance for me to rebalance. And I had some incredible experiences rebalancing my energies. So that was an important moment for me in 2019. Directly after that, I traveled to Saskatchewan, and for the first time I performed in Ocean Man First Nation, which is the community that my family's from. I'm also a member of Ocean Man First Nation. I have a huge history that's directly associated to me and my family on Ocean Man. You can check out my second story vlog as a child, and you'll understand more about why that is. But performing in Ocean Man and being there with my Auntie Connie, Chief, and seeing all of my cousins, my nieces, and my nephews, you see me smiling because it was such an amazing time to just reconnect with my family. I don't get to see them enough, and that was such a that was such an incredible experience. I performed on the powwow grounds at Lost Horse Hills, and that was one of the most significant performances of my career, to be honest. It was the most meaningful for me. Every performance is meaningful, and I take it very seriously, but to perform for my own community in Ocean Man, where my family's from, in front of the youth in the community there, especially my family being present, that was extremely important. I also facilitated, a version of a workshop that I've been working on. And, just to have my family involved with that was so significant. So Ocean Man powwow and visiting all my family and relatives out there was so important. Definitely something that I'm thankful for in 2019. So that I wanted to make sure that I highlighted. And, there was a lot of traveling in 2019. On top of visiting my family on my mother's side in Ocean Man First Nation, I also was able to take a trip to Jamaica with my father's side and my sister, and I saw my uncle and my aunties were there. Like it was such an incredible trip to go to Jamaica. And going to Jamaica, I have multiple videos of my trip to Jamaica, and wow, that was life-changing for two reasons. One, being able to go back to Jamaica for the second time in my entire life, I really feel I was able to connect with that part of my identity because we were able to travel to Kingston, Jamaica, where my father is from, and actually just kind of get a lay of the land. And on top of that, the second reason it was so significant is we were able to record a chorus, and we were able to record a verse in Bob Marley's studio that I booked. That was just unforgettable, an incredible time. The whole family was with me, and to be able to be in that space in Kingston, Jamaica, in Bob Marley's studio, recording music, I can't even express how fulfilling that was for me in my life. So 2019 was really digging deep in understanding the fabric of my ethnicity, my identity, who I am, where I come from, my family, music and performances. Like all those things were so important for me to experience. So I have to thank the Creator for that moment and all those moments that I got to experience, because they've impacted my life so significantly and they've changed my life in such a big way. And I'm excited going into 2020, carrying those vibration frequencies. So my trip to Jamaica was unbelievable. Such an incredible time. And I feel way more closer to my father. I feel more connected to my Jamaican heritage. So that was an important time. An amazing vacation. Yo, the staff at that trip, like, yo, honestly, those are like the type of people you make connections with, you build friendships with, and they last a lifetime. So thank you to all of the staff that we met in Jamaica. You guys were unreal. The best people that we could ever come across, you know what I mean? So bless up to you, for real, for real. After my trip, coming back, I really just put my head down and worked. And as a result, I launched my Tribe Music platform, which I've been working on for a long time. It's always been a vision. It's always been something that I've wanted to accomplish. And I finally released it. I launched it. It's out there in the world. And that moment for me was so significant because to me, it really solidified myself as an entrepreneur, doing something innovative, creating a first ever indigenous owned profit sharing music streaming platform. And all of the artists who have onboarded, I can't thank you enough, because it's because of you that the platform adds value. You add value to the platform. And I'm super excited for, where it's gonna go in 2020. I'm super pumped for it. And I really feel like my Tribe Music platform is the foundation of my business. It's very much what I needed, what I wanna do, and it encompasses everything I've been striving for. And it's only going to grow and impact and, create multi-dimensions as a result. So Tribe Music platform, launching that in 2019 was very significant and very much worth highlighting. And I must say, every subscriber matters. So if you're watching this right now, go to tribemusic.com, subscribe, because you're directly supporting one of the artists on the platform, but you're also helping build Tribe Music platform, because we want to turn it into an app. And then from there, all of the resources that we create from this platform are only going to create more impact for artists, artist development, and a lot of things that I can't wait to accomplish in 2020. So go subscribe to Tribe Music. I appreciate you. Every subscriber matters. Thank you ahead of time. That was very important to highlight for 2019, releasing my Tribe Music platform. Super exciting. Been a significant change in my life is going plant-based. That lifestyle has definitely changed my life. I feel better, I feel healthier, and I vlogged a lot of that experience. It was a 3-month vlog, it was a 3-month transition, a lot of learning, a lot of highs and lows, and just being able to document that and share that with the community, and all the people that it inspired to go plant-based, was definitely important. I feel healthier, I feel stronger, I've been taking care of my physical a lot better, and as a result, it has helped me take care of my mental a lot better. My mental health has been better as a result. So those are directly correlated, very important, and it has been a huge life-changing experience going plant-based. So that is significant to highlight in 2019. I got multiple vlog posts on my YouTube channel about my plant-based lifestyle. You can go check that out. I try to document as much as I can. And fast forwarding to the end of 2019, we were able to put together Hoops for Reconciliation 2.0. So this is the second time I was able to help host this event, and I have to pay homage to Leo Doyle for collaborating, for partnering with me, for seeing the vision, manifesting it in such a short time, sharing your network and resources, all of the community that showed up, the entire Tribe team. Team Tribe, we held it down, we did our best, and the point was building relationships. And for the community, we were advocating for Section 89 in the Truth and Reconciliation Commission's 94 calls to action, which is advocating through sport. And listen, that event was such an amazing time, and it came at the perfect timing. December is a hard time for a lot of people. It's a hard time for me. There's been a lot of losses, and that event was very helpful in lifting the spirits. There's a lot of people that we lost too soon, and that event just really helped keep the spirits up. It really helped heal on that healing journey. It really helped me, and I know it helped a few others on their healing journey. So Hoops for Reconciliation 2.0 was a success, such an amazing opportunity. And, working with Jojo from the community is such a powerful leader. And for her contributions of helping us, donate the proceeds to Wegan is very important. So she's helping us facilitate that. And I think that's very important to, contribute to the women's shelter out there, especially for our young people. So thank you, Joe, for your presence. Thank you to Barbara Dumont Hill for being there. Thank you to everybody who came through to represent such an important moment, such an amazing event. And so that is definitely something that I'm thankful for in 2019. In closing, I definitely have read a lot of books. I've read Buffy St. Marie's authorized biography. I've read the Reconciliation Manifesto. I just finished reading, I actually have it right here. I just finished reading Clearing the Plains by James. This was a heavy read. I'm gonna be doing a full book review on it. So that is for another video for another time. But I literally just finished reading this book today, December 31st. And I'm now moving into reading this book, is The 13 Original Clan Mothers by Jamie Sams. Now I picked up this book, it's still in its wrapper. I haven't even opened it yet, but this book is the next step moving into 2020. And I'm gonna explain to you what I mean by that. Moving into 2020, I have about 4 main goals that I'd like to set. Number 1, I'm gonna release my Resurgence album on my birthday, April 7th, 2020. The Resurgence album is going to drop. Big shout out to Boogie the Beat. I'm working with him on all the instrumentation. He was part of my last album. It worked. So that's the sauce. We're gonna stick with it. So 2020, April 7th, I'm gonna be releasing the Resurgence album. That's my goal. I hope I stick to it. I'm setting that goal out. I'm putting it out to the universe. Secondly, I'm gonna be, right after that launch, I'm going to be working on my Matriarch album. And that's why I bought this book. I'm not somebody who takes my music lightly. I really dive deep into any of the content or any of the meaning and messages behind each song and behind this album. And so the Matriarch album, I really want to highlight all of the women leaders that are making incredible strides in helping us achieve reconciliation in this country, but also just to pay homage to the women. I really feel that, this is getting into my 2020 vision, that women are stepping into their power and their rightful place of leadership. And men, our rightful place of leadership is standing beside our women as they lead, making sure they feel safe, protected, and supported. That is our role as men, to love and protect our women. That's what I was raised. Those are the teachings that I've received. And that is the role that I'm going to play in this journey moving forward. I really believe in the matriarch. This patriarchal society's time is over, and a matriarch is desperately in need in order for us to rebalance a lot of the things that need to happen. And so I am a huge fan, a huge supporter, a huge advocate for a matriarch coming into Canada. I think the future of this country is women-led. It's only a matter of time, not if. It's about when. It's going to happen. That's my 2020 vision. Another 2020 vision is obviously there's going to be huge economical strides in the cannabis industry. That's an obvious. It was legalized in 2019. So going forward into 2020, cannabis is definitely another thing that's going to push a lot of economical opportunities for our Indigenous people in the future. And it might even be already happening in 2020, because I know there's a lot of things happening right now. And so that is also part of my 2020 vision, along with renewable energy and resources. I think that's very important to continue to advocate for. There's a lot of strides that have happened in the innovation and in the technology, and a lot of the opportunities of solar, of these different renewable energy resources. And so I'm projecting that 2020, there's going to be more of that. And I really want to, encourage a lot of our audience to explore what that means and what it could look like for yourself, how you can incorporate renewable energy into your life. For me, even plant-based has been one step forward. I am now looking at growing my own food indoors, and learning how to do that, practicing my sovereignty in that way. So 2020, we got Women Leadership, Matriarch, Resurgence album. We have, so many things that are going to take place. It's so incredible. And so I wanted to put this video out for my New Year's resolution to create content for 2020, continue to share my story, continue to tell my truth, and allow my audience to hear it directly from the source, so you can make your own truth and have your own understanding of all of the things that I'm sharing with you. So, Happy New Year's to everybody out there. Congratulations to all of the success that you've had in your past, in your present, and now moving forward into your future. Meditate on it, live a healthy lifestyle, find your balance. For everybody in mourning, my heart goes to you. For everybody who is suffering because of a loss, my heart goes to you. My condolences, my love and prayers are with the families. Definitely, it's difficult to celebrate because there's so much going on, but please try to find your balance. Talk to somebody, reach out to somebody, and do not suffer alone. Take your time to plant some seeds. Take some time to manifest a brighter future. Part of living a healthy lifestyle, part of being a better version of yourself, is using meditation to envision a better version of yourself. So meditation is definitely something that I'm going to be doing more of in 2020, and I encourage you to also meditate and understand the health implications of what that can do for your life. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a safe New Year's. I hope you have more abundance to come. Let's continue to celebrate life and celebrate everybody who is no longer in the spirit world for the legacy they left behind. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Wash day.